Hey my loves, and welcome back to another new episode of the Positive Vibes show and podcast. So I know it has been a long time we didn't talk about anything, and I'm so sorry about that. I've been going through a lot. I've been through some hard times, and I'm gonna talk about that in one of the episodes. But hopefully you have had an amazing time, you have had amazing weeks, and even if I wasn't here, I wasn't posting a lot of podcasts, but my love was always here for you. So this podcast is made for you to make life easier and make you feel happier in your every single day life. So in today's episode, we have a very special guest. Her name is Karshni Gounden. She is an intuitive mindset coach, and she is also a theta healing teacher. This is amazing. It's gonna be amazing. You're gonna enjoy it. And she helps dissatisfied, burned out people reconnect with their true self, increase self-belief, confidence, and create their visionary life. So during this episode, we have talked about how you can cultivate an abundance mindset, and hopefully you are gonna get a lot of value from this episode. So stick till the end, and don't forget, you can leave a comment by the end and tell us what you think. Tell us, maybe share your experience with us as well. So hi again, just want to introduce myself again. I'm Alice. I'm a life and business coach officially this time. I've been just a life coach, but I worked also on developing my business skills, and now I'm both. I love doing that. I love helping risk takers take their lives to the next level. I'm here to help you do so. So don't forget, guys, stick till the end of the episode and share with us what you think. Thank you. Hello, Karshni. Welcome to Positive Vibes Only. How are you?
Hi, Alice. I'm very good, thank you. And thank you for having me. I'm very excited to have a chat with you.
Thank you so much. I'm excited too. Okay, so why don't we start by you telling us a little bit about yourself? Which type of coaching do you do? Probably your story, your personal experience. Yeah,
Okay, so I'll start first with a little bit about me. So I was this corporate left brain girl, very logical, not so interested in woo-woo things. And I had a bit of an illness that also, strangely enough, at the same time, I wasn't interested in pharmaceutical drugs, but I had an illness that the doctors had said to me that, I've got to go on a course of antibiotics for like 3 to 6 months. And I just said no. But anyway, I was sick for about a year and a half, not too serious. I happened to could do daily things. Just my immune system was very run down. And a lady said to me, you know what, you should go for a theta healing session. And I was like, I don't think that's for me. Thank you. But that was after 6 months after I had a diagnosis. And then about a year later, I said, let me just try. What do I have to lose? And so I went for the session. And in the session, I had an instant healing, because how it works is it works on subconscious limiting belief programs. So I had an instant healing. And that was really the beginning for me, because beginning to heal and to get into the coaching space and to leave this left brain corporate side behind. So what I then did was, within a month, I went on to study theta healing, which is a really cool modality and technique for healing. For me, it's this personal development technique. I love it because it helps me grow, and it helps me help people grow, because we change subconscious belief programs immediately. Yeah. And then about a year ago, I was not in the best situation in the work environment. It was quite abusive and toxic. And I thought, well, let me...
About that, can you tell us more about this toxic environment?
Oh, it was so insane, right? I am I'm confident, I'm strong, I can speak up for myself. And actually what was happening is I was getting bullied. And I didn't even realize that this was the experience that I was having until afterwards, you know. So I was a senior manager at a corporate multinational, and my director was very difficult, if I can put it that way. I have not met anybody this mean before in the corporate world. So he would undermine everything. He would want to get involved with every step of the process of what needs to happen. And I mean, it's like, he is so senior, like I couldn't understand. And he would literally call you out in a meeting where there's 20 people, and he would start saying, oh, that number that you have there, which it's a nice to look at number, but it's not important in the course of the meeting. That number is wrong. Please, can you prove that that number is correct? And it got to a point where people would not even talk to him. So we would have a meeting, and actually, let me just go back. I had an experience with him, and I had my first ever panic attack at the office. It was so like bizarre for me, because I never struggled with that kind of thing, and I do meditation daily and all the nice mental health things. Yeah. And I was in a meeting. He was the most senior member in the meeting, like hierarchy wise, and there were a few other directors and the rest of us senior managers. And in the meeting, he said to us, called us all out, and he said, you guys do not know what you are doing. And he was very abusive for a while. And then he said, I could fire all of you tomorrow and employ people off the street. The unemployment rate is like 50% at the moment. There are people who are hungry for work. And if you don't want to do your job.
Yeah, and you're living in the UK.
Well, this is South Africa, actually.
Okay.
Yes, and it was just, I don't know, something else. And the next day, I remember I went to the office, and the guy who's seated next to me was also a director, and he walked in and he sat down and he's like, you know what this guy had said, let's call him X. What X had said is so untrue, because he's like, he's got an MBA, and he's at that stage, he had like 18 years of experience. He said, you can't get somebody off the street to do what I do. And I said to him, you know what, I can't talk about this right now, because I started to feel like heart palpitations and my breath was getting short, and I had a meeting to go to. So I went to my meeting, and in the meeting, I just couldn't be there any longer. I was just like, I couldn't get in a breath. I could not get in a breath. And so I went to there was a nurse on site. So I went to her, and my pulse was super high. My blood pressure was super high. She made me lay down. She's like, you're having a panic attack. She made me lay down, and she calmed me down, and I went to my desk, and this guy was there, and he was like, he wanted to talk about it again. And I said, you know what, I'm so sorry, I can't talk about this. And it triggered it again. And I said, I have to go to the nurse. And he walked me to the nurse. Oh. And she said to him, this is not good for her. She needs to go home. She can't be here right now because she keeps getting triggered. And I went straight to the doctor. And like, I didn't even go home. I went straight to the doctor. I was fine to drive. And I said to the doctor, I think I had a panic attack. And I explained to him, and he said, yes, you did. And he said to me, you're in an abusive situation. And even at that stage, I said, it's just a difficult person. I didn't accept that it was abuse. I don't know if it was egoic or what, but I didn't see it until after I had left work, and 3 months later when I was full-time doing coaching. Then I was like, actually, you were abused and you were bullied at work. Oh, and so I had realized, because that panic attack happened a year before I left my job. And I still enjoyed my job. Like if I had to go back, I would like it. My passion is helping people and helping them change their lives. And in that year, subconsciously, I just kind of created this business because I had the skills, I had the coaching certification, I had I can teach the technique theta healing, and I've done 23 classes. I can teach 11 of those classes. And I was just doing it for myself. And so I had all of this. And about 6 months before I left my job, I thought, okay, because it was just getting worse and worse. They proposed a restructure that was not handled very well. I mean, I was safe, but my team wasn't. And, managing my team through that process without support from the organization wasn't very easy. Mm-hmm. And I then said, like, something's got to change. And then, because I'm still this logical person, I went and I did all the math. Yeah. And then I said, okay, this is, I'm going to leave my job in a few months' time.
Yeah, well, you've done well, like you've shifted your career and now you're doing something that you love. Like something I tell to myself and my clients is that you should always see good in those bad situations. Whenever something happens, there is a reason behind, and we should just trust the process because it's all about the process.
Definitely, because I believe that every situation that happens, we create it, right? Yeah, and it's created based on or attracted, whichever way you want to say it, based on our subconscious programs. And I think I was just too much in a comfort zone, getting paid to this big salary, doing my thing on the sideline, that if there wasn't a push, there wasn't like, this is against my values, this is against who I am and what I want to experience, I would never have left. And so exactly that, there is a positive reason for everything that we go through. And sometimes when it's a super traumatic experience, it is hard to see what that positive is.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, that's so great. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I know it should have been hard, talking about that, going through the story again. But what about telling us more about your coaching business? So you're an intuitive and theta healing coach. That's it?
So it's an intuitive mindset coach, but I also teach theta healing. Okay. So I studied theta healing. You go for all these courses. It's a beautiful journey, really. So theta healing is a meditative technique where you learn how to connect with the energy of creation, God, the creator, whatever name you want to call it. And you then start learning some cool things in the beginning. So like how to speak to angels and do a future reading. And it's like super fun things like that. And yeah, and you develop your intuition through that. But it's also a technique where we go into using that energy of creation, God, because God wants to give us everything, right? The universe, if you want to call it, and say, okay, I am creating a situation in my life. Like I was creating the situation with the bullying at work. I've created this in my life. What is the lesson I'm learning from this? What is the root limiting belief? Because when we can identify the root limiting belief and identify the lessons associated, we can change that belief immediately. Because and this is quantum science, right? We just take a little bit of the energy of creation and we make the change immediately, and then your life has changed. It's beautiful. That's how I had my instant healing. And
really beautiful.
So I use the technique mostly for that, and I've incorporated it in my coaching practice. Okay. And through it, so I work with people sometimes one-on-one basis, like one session, and It could be somebody coming to me because they have a money issue, because money and purpose are my two things that I really like to focus on. Yeah. But you can have a health issue. It can really be anything that you're not enjoying in your life right now. So say they come to me with a money issue, and to use like a super cheesy, cliched limiting belief, we go into connecting with the energy of creation, and then I would do what is called digging. So asking leading questions to get to the root belief. And if somebody has a root belief of I am unworthy of receiving, it'll be very difficult for them to receive money, to receive love, to receive good relationships around them.
Yeah.
So we understand how that serves them, and we change that belief immediately.
Wow.
And then, we support it with some feelings, and we take it from there. So that's if people work with me one-on-one. Then in the coaching programs, I did a coaching certification, and I've created coaching programs which are 3 to 6 month journeys on, one is called Unleash Your Purpose, which is the whole aim is to take you from, not knowing what your purpose is and having a proper action plan by the end of 12 weeks to bring that purpose into fruition. And then if you take the 24-week plan, then we look at what could be holding you back from bringing it into fruition. So that's Unleash Your Purpose that I do one-on-one. It is soon going to be a group program. Okay. I'm not sure when, but because I like group coaching as well. It's nice to have the energy of a few people. Exactly. Like right now I'm running my money program, which is a 12-week program that I do one-on-one or in a group. It's called Heal Your Money Wound. And it's all about looking at what are your blocks to receiving, and how can we eliminate those blocks to expand your capacity to receive. So I do that one-on-one or also in a group setting. So
what about now if you give out the listeners out there some pieces of advice that they can implement in their whether daily lives or from time to time, so that they can unblock maybe the flow of abundance, maybe their limiting beliefs, or you can choose probably one specific point and walk them through it so that they can unblock it. So you're free to choose.
Okay, thank you. Yes. So let's take abundance, right? It's the buzz topic at the moment, and it's not just related to money. It's related to everything.
Exactly.
So if you're having a situation with abundance at the moment, the first thing that I would say to you is to start recognizing when you are in an abundance space and when you are in a scarcity space or a lack space. And it's simple how you recognize it, right? And let's do it together, Alice. So I want you to close your eyes for a moment, okay? And I want you to think about something that's worrying or stressing you out. Or in the past, if there was something that worried or stressed you out. And what does it feel like in your body? Can you connect with something firstly?
Yeah, I can. So it was mainly I've stopped coaching people. I've stopped working with clients because I was going through some hardships like depression. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
And what does that feel like in your body when you think about it?
Oh, it feels so heavy. I don't know. I feel like I don't feel good.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And so now I want you to think about something that gives you joy.
Yeah. It's coaching. It's helping people.
Yeah. And how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like I do feel, I don't know. It's really something I cannot explain, but it's like my body is reacting. my energies are so high.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. So you can open your eyes. And this is a good decision-making tool. But it's also a good way to recognize, right? So for me, how I experience it when I am, and we are humans having a human experience. So no matter how much work you've done on it, I promise you, Elon Musk is also having these kind of issues, every now and then.
Yeah, sure.
When I have a scarcity moment, or I'm either thinking in a scarcity way, or I'm considering a decision out of a scarcity mindset, I feel like my energy just contracts, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And when I think about it from a space of abundance, and I think about it from a space of joy, my energy expands.
Totally.
Right? So the first thing I would say to the people listening is take note of how you feel when you are making decisions, or just like to have a check-in in the morning or in the middle of the day. Am I more in a scarcity mindset, or am I more in an abundance mindset?
Yeah.
Excuse me. And that will give you an indication, because when we have a scarcity mindset, it is very difficult to attract abundance to us. Now, I always explain it, if you take that two feelings, the contrasting feelings and experiences I explained, like a funnel. Mm-hmm. So when you're in the scarcity mindset, your funnel is like this, because you're scared, you're feeling your energy is constricted. And so these are the opportunities that you're able to notice and recognize and act upon. But if you're in a space of abundance, the funnel opens. And wow. These are the opportunities that you can see and notice, and you can have available to you, so that you can attract to yourself. The truth is that those opportunities are there, whether you are in the scarcity or whether you are in the abundance. It's there. The only difference is how we notice it. Okay. So the motivation to want to hold the abundance mindset is to be able to see the opportunities that we can attract into our lives. So that would be the first step. The second step would be, if the listeners don't already have a gratitude process, to start incorporating gratitude into your daily life. And it's not just about writing down 10 things I'm grateful for. It's like also feeling it. So I am grateful that I could connect with somebody new today, Alice, and that I could share what I love and what I really care about with people. And maybe one person will hear what I have to say and implement something, and it will change their lives. And I feel that gratitude. I feel it in my body, because when you change your frequency through gratitude, you start becoming a magnet to abundance.
I was talking about that yesterday to my friend. Like, I was telling her, you really need to change your frequency. Like, she was like, okay, do we have frequencies in our bodies? I said, yeah. And she was like, okay, I'll work on that.
So, but this is the easiest way. How, right? Is this thing of embodying gratitude. And there's a story I always tell when I talk about gratitude. I don't for the life of me know this man's name. I can never remember it. I've tried to Google it and I just can't. But there is this man in the US who was homeless. Okay. And now he's like a multimillionaire. And his whole thing is that gratitude helped him change his life. And he said, there was a point when all he had to be grateful for was this pencil. And it was like this sharpened pencil that was so big. Yeah. And he would just, thank you for my pencil. And, you helped me write, and all of these things. And so then I think there's something that we can all be grateful for. And best tip to start your day, mine is like the moment I wake up in the morning, the moment I'm like consciously awake, I'm like, thank you for my life. And I feel that, no matter what is going on with me. So it's the recognizing the abundance and scarcity mindset, gratitude, and then to not overcomplicate it, right? You could just do a bit of journaling on the question, how does it serve me to hold on to my poverty mindset? It's a trigger question, I'm not gonna lie, but if you can get past that trigger and journal on it, you will get to a limiting belief. Because our subconscious just wants to keep us safe. That is why we have the limiting beliefs. And once we recognize what they are, you can reprogram your subconscious. You can choose to reprogram it in multiple ways. So for me, if you go to a theta healing therapist, they're going to do it for you like that. You can use affirmations to reprogram, to change the programming. I think hypnosis also does it. So you can see what works best for you. And meditation as well. And once you get to that limiting belief, after you journal on the question, how does it serve me, or what do I gain by holding on to my poverty mindset? And it could be my poverty mindset in regard to relationships. Maybe you have loads of money and it's in regard to relationships. Then you want to connect with your vision for whatever that area is. And it's the ultimate self-care to do these things on a daily basis, right? But if you can't do it on a daily basis, then 3 times a week at least. And if you can't even do it then you want to ask yourself, why am I resisting this? Yes. But, connecting with your vision for, let's say it was money, right? Let's keep with the money theme. Like, I am a multi-millionaire coach who helps people of all walks of life change their life, and other things of your vision. Like, my vision is big. I want to help people who don't necessarily get the thing is, coaching costs money. Studying something like theta healing costs money. And there are people who, in my country, I live in South Africa. It's a third world country. There are people who, more people live below the poverty line than above the poverty line. And for me, I want to have the money and the resources available to me so I can help those people. And those people then go back and change their communities. And we create this ripple effect.
This is great.
Yeah. So that's my vision, right? And I connect with it on a daily basis. And so it's for like whoever is doing this process to then look at, what is your vision? And it doesn't have to even be about other people. Sometimes it's just about yourself and your own family, and there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Exactly. Oh, that's so great. Oh my God. Like, really, all the things you said are just amazing. And certainly, as you just said it, some people out there are going to listen to that and say, oh, that's it. Maybe this is the trigger. Maybe this is what's going to change my life. So you guys just, do the thing, do the work. Because it's so important. Okay. So is there anything you want to talk about now? Like, just spontaneously, something you want to share? Because I love keeping these like conversations, like, go with the flow. So is there anything you want to talk about? You can choose like whatever you want.
Okay. I like to talk, so I'll probably be able to find something pretty easily. Actually, okay, no, I won't do that. I was going to put you on the spot, but I'm not going to do that. No, so what I wanted to ask you was, would you go back into coaching? Mental health is a deal, and prioritizing it is like, number one. But would you go back into coaching?
I did. Like, I did start. I just took some time because I really needed to make sure that I'm like my energies are high again. You know, when you just, as you said it, when your energies are so contracted and so low, you cannot give people energies. You cannot transmit good frequency. And like with my clients, it's something they feel. Like I cannot tell them, oh yeah, I'm doing great and I'm doing so bad. No. So it has been tough. I wouldn't lie. It has been so tough. Like I did a lot of journaling. I did a lot of tracking my feelings, meditation, and all these stuff. And thanks God, I'm so grateful that I'm feeling so damn well.
Oh, yay. Yeah. So one of the things that I recommend to my clients who are struggling with like depression or feeling low is to set a reminder on their phone, right? Yeah. An alarm that goes like every 30 minutes. 30 minutes. It's a lot, but if you're committed to wanting to feel better, it works. And it can be a silent alarm. It doesn't have to be noisy if you're worried about it disturbing like the office. Okay. And in that moment, the alarm goes off, to stop, take 30 seconds and think about something that makes you happy, something that gives you joy. A lot of the time it's like a pet or an animal. Like I don't have any pets, but like if I just close my eyes and I think about, so I live in South Africa, we have the bush here, safaris. And the last bush holiday I went to, I saw so many leopards, right? I saw lions as well, but I mean, the story is about leopards. And there were these leopard cubs that were 4 weeks old. And so I just close my eyes and I think about them and it just gives me the smile and like it's so... And just for 30 seconds, you do that. And what it does is it causes the brain to release serotonin and dopamine and a bit of oxytocin. And those are the 3 hormones or chemicals in the brain that...
those chemicals, dopamine? Sorry? I said... Can you repeat like...
Oh, so it's dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin.
Oxytocin.
And what that does is, so it stimulates the part of the brain that secretes these hormones, and then those hormones get secreted, and automatically your body starts. Because the reason why you're feeling low or depressed is because you have less of those hormones being secreted.
Yeah, exactly.
And automatically, physically, you start to feel better after a day or two. Because some people even like after half a day, because it's the people who are so committed that every half hour they stop, they take a moment, they think about that something.
That's so great. I'll do that. Like I have that reminder. I don't know if you know the app. It's I Am.
Oh, and yes,
like it gives you all like just, I don't know if you can see that or not, but like it does show you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I follow your pattern reminder as well. It's such a good tool. Like it reconnects me with myself and it talks about how I'm feeling today, how my energies are connected to the moon, you know, all these things, yeah. Quantum physics and stuff. So it's really great. But the thing that was shocking when I went through this depression is that like I'm someone who is very, very positive and optimistic. So even if I was going through that, I was always like smiling and laughing, and people would tell me, "Oh my God, you're like always laughing, you're always happy," and I would tell them, "You don't know what's happening inside."
Inside, yes, because you're high functioning, right? And this is the thing. So many people struggle with depression and anxiety, and they don't know it because they're high functioning. And yeah, so I'm so glad that you recognized something was wrong and you got the help that you needed.
I did. Oh, thank you so much for everything you just said. Okay, so now since we are by the end of the episode, can you like talk about probably some offers you have if ever like my community is interested like in your services? Where could they reach you, or which type of services do you provide? So
okay, so they can reach me most I think the best place to reach me is either on email or on Instagram. My Instagram has not been like the best, but I am committed to providing value. But if they want to contact me, just my Instagram is at Karshni Gounden, and we'll get you a link so you can put, and my email as well. And so what I have for them as freebies, if they would like, is my video on like how to come up with the gratitude process, or my video on gratitude actually. It's about a 15 to 18 minute video from what I remember. And it would take you into putting together a gratitude process for yourself and why it is important to have one, and to be committed to the process. That's one freebie if they want it, and they can just email or DM me and say that they want the gratitude process. I'm happy to share it. The second one is my process of manifestation. We didn't talk about manifesting today, but I'm sure you have other people who talk about manifesting, but it's my process. It's an 8-step process that manifested for me like weekend trips to Dubai, completely free of charge, staying at 5-star hotels. Manifested for me my purpose, manifested becoming a master theta healer, manifested leaving my job. I manifest I'm a master manifester. I manifest like this, very good at manifesting and instant manifestation. So if they want my process, that is a longer video. I think it's like 40 to 60 minutes.
Okay.
But I take you through every single step.
Can I get any bonus or something?
No, so that is the bonus, because when they watch the video, they will know exactly what to do, and if they have any questions, they can totally reach out to me about it. So that's my 2 freebie offers that anyone, if they wanted to just reach out and ask, and I am more than happy to share. And then I do have a paid for offer, which is, it's called Abundance Attractor. It's a 4-week program with me, one-on-one, and we dive deep into your abundance challenges. So in the 4 weeks, there's 4 single coaching, and so my coaching sessions are not just coaching sessions. They include traditional coaching, and then it's theta healing as well. So we get to that limiting belief and we let it go. And so the aim of Abundance Attractor is to just let go of what is holding you back from overflow, from having an overflow of abundance, an overflow of joy, an overflow of money, an overflow of whatever. And so it's four one-on-one sessions that are about 60 minutes each. It comes with a meditation and some journaling questions.
Oh, that's so great. Perfect. Yeah. So if you guys are interested, she's just great. Okay. Like you can hear that from everything she said. You know, the conversation is so easy with her, and yeah, you're gonna get so much value. So you can email her or send her a message via Instagram. So do you have any last word?
So my last word would be that no matter what you're experiencing right now, you can change it, and you have the power to change it. We have been conditioned to believe that we don't have the power to change it, but we do. And so whatever it is, you could be in the worst of circumstances, you could be in completely feeling like there is no way out, but there is a way out. And I just urge you, if you want to experience something differently, you contact any person who does what I do. You know, contact me, because I'm very good at what I do. I can guarantee that you will have a change. But contact anyone who does something similar, because you deserve it. You deserve to have all the love, all the joy, all the money in the world, all the wealth, all the everything.
Yeah, you can have everything if you just want it. That's great. So thank you so much for being with us. And I'm pretty sure they are going to get so much value from this episode, even if it's just like 40 minutes long, but they'll learn so much. And this is great.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And thank you to your listeners for listening. And you also just make it so easy. So
that's great. Happy to hear that. Okay.
Hello again. That's me. So I just want to thank you for sticking till the end of the episode, and just want to say, do whatever you have to do to make your life better, because you have only one life, and you know it, you feel it, and you know that time goes like, you know, we spend our time really quickly on things that really do not matter for us. But today, learn to give yourself permission, as Karshni just said it. Give yourself permission to live a better life, to live a happy life, and to receive what the universe has to give you. No matter what definition you have of this universe, if it's God, if it's just universe, if it's just, you know, maybe Jesus, it all depends on what you believe in. Give it permission to give you what you have to receive, because that's your chance. So once more, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. I'll get back to you personally, and if ever I see that I can help with something, I'll message you and we can talk about it in details. So thank you again. Don't hesitate also to share it with your friends, to leave a review, because it helps me a lot. And I wish you an amazing week, amazing kinds.